These projects were divided into two papers. So the first one was published this year at the ACM Creativity and Cognition Conference. And the second one is submitted to ACM CHI for CHI 2022. The first project focused mainly on the design of system of building a system that can help us fabricate objects from games. And the idea behind this was that the world of games already has these digital assets of objects and characters. And what we thought was, why not fabricate these characters and use this fabrication process to teach kids how to learn fabrication and maker skills. So the first project focuses on building the system that allows this to be possible. So allows us to build fabrication files on the go. And then the second one focuses on framework to help educators kind of identify which moments in the games are suitable for learning. So like I mentioned, the world of games already has these characters sort of embedded in it. So for example, imagine if you catch a Pokemon while playing, catch a Pikachu while playing Pokemon Let's Go. And every time a kid catches a Pokemon, they can fabricate that. So the one on the left is if you catch a Pikachu, you can actually laser cut it and you can have your own Pokemon. And then the second one is where, let's say, for example, while playing the game Legend of Zelda, you identify or you capture this unique sword, you can actually fabricate it and use it as a game controller. And like I mentioned, we built an interface which uses computer vision to kind of capture these game characters and game objects, and allows the players to sort of generate fabrication files on the go. And in the interest of time, I will not go into the demo for this tool, but the idea is you can take an existing games and the designers or educators can identify which moments in the games are good to let their players fabricate objects. And then when the players sort of play these objects, play the game, they can fabricate these objects on the go. We conducted 2 user studies for this, and here are some of the outcomes from the first user study, where a wide range of objects were fabricated. For example, this uniquely designed skateboard in Tony Hawk's, or this axe from Minecraft, or this custom designed dress from Animal Crossing, or all the planes that the players had destroyed in this game like War of Thunder. So there are all these opportunities that that exist in existing digital games that can be used to teach fabrication. We also conducted a second user study to identify the experience of playing and fabricating objects. And because of COVID, this was really hard to do it in person. So we did it over Zoom. So the way this was set up was the players played an online game and via Zoom's remote control. And then they operated the paper cutter, which was on my desk via Zoom, to fabricate these objects, which are like these Pokemon objects that they captured in the game. As sort of expected, a lot of players really enjoyed this act of fabricating. But not only that, they also found the potential of using this interface and this UI as an educational tool, especially to get kids excited about fabrication. And sort of teaching valuable skills in STEM. We are now extending these 2 set of projects further, where the first stage of this extension is where we have interviewed educators across different makerspaces in Cambridge, Boston area. So for example, NUVU in Cambridge, and the ARC, which is Art Resource Collaboration for Kids and Innovators for Purpose in Boston. We've interviewed around 7 to 8 educators to identify what are really the pain points while teaching these maker skills, and how can our interface, our FabO, can sort of help them sort of resolve those issues. The next step is to co-design a game with these educators for their students. And then the third part of the this extension would be to run a study with the students to kind of like see how our interface leads to higher learning gains in like learning of fabrication skills and maker skills. And finally, we are also conducting a workshop at CAI this year, where we are bringing in experts from systems designs who mainly focus on systems for fabrication and maker skills, and bringing in experts from learning sciences to kind of bridge this gap between design of systems to enable learning of fabrication and maker skills. And if any of this work interests you, or if you find it exciting, or if you have any ideas related to it, please reach out to me and I'll be happy to talk. Thank you so much.